The school hallway is as quiet as it usually is, as Yuri and I make our way to the school entrance, with the occasional few conversations from other students here and there. Looking over to Yuri, I can't help but think one thing. Wait, whose house are we going to? I don't know why, but something about asking her whose house we're walking to seems intrusive to me, so maybe I should ask something different. Hey, Yuri. If I may ask, do you have any other plans for today?
Oh, well, no, not really. Just homework, chores, and writing for tomorrow.
So nothing out of the ordinary then, I'm guessing?
Yes, I guess you could say I'm pretty mundane.
I mean, I see nothing wrong with that, but at the same time I beg to differ. There's nothing particularly wrong with that. Life doesn't need to be exciting all the time.
I agree. Now what about you, Hallie?
Huh? Oh yeah, I have to go to the 24-hour store. There's some unfinished business from last night I need to get taken care of.
Oh, the one just north of the park? That's only a 2-minute walk from my house.
Well, I think that answers everything. So, it would probably make sense to take you back to your place.
I suppose so.
Then it's settled. It doesn't take us long before the two of us reach the school entrance and make our way outside.
4:08 p.m. It's considerably warmer outside compared to yesterday, and the breeze is calm. It's almost time for the sun to set, but that doesn't bother me one bit. Looking around the school courtyard shows various students scattered around, along with couples every now and then. I don't usually become jealous of such interactions, mainly because I don't feel myself as worthy of such admiration. I'm certain I'll meet my storybook heroes sometime in the future. Besides, that's not the most of my concerns right now. I still have school and other issues to deal with. I also hope I don't get any unnecessary attention tomorrow, all because I'm walking out of school with a boy. After some time on our walk home with my mind still stuck on what I saw in the school courtyard, an indescribable weird feeling that resides just below my heart washes over me. I remember what Natsuki said to me yesterday on our walk home with her. Unusual choice of words. Then look over to Hallie, who's essentially keeping to himself, and flashbacks from lunchtime strike me. My embarrassing maneuver with lychee fruit, and the unrequited display of affection. It's not that I didn't want to. I was just so thrown off guard that I didn't know how to properly respond. Now I feel a little bad about not returning the favor. I even said I would yesterday. I'm sure I'll get enough. Huh? Looking over to Hallie once again shows a big smile on his face, and he's clapping to himself for whatever reason. I bet it's a good reason. The innocent scene in front of me is rather adorable, if I'm being perfectly honest. He almost reminds me of Sayori in some ways. Hallie, what's going on?
Oh. I just got really happy over something I thought of.
May I ask what about?
Well, it's just that all throughout high school, I've never been able to contribute anything to the festival. I've always participated. Now that I'm in a club and all, and the 5 of us are going to be putting on something to take part in the festival, I feel more important than years before. Wait, hold on a second. So other than I've never been able to contribute anything to the festival, I've always participated. So, do you mean you've never participated since you haven't contributed anything to the festival? Whatever.
He has such a positive outlook on the festival. I feel a little bit jealous about it. Last year's performance was very draining for me. I don't know how I'll manage this year. Having to recite in front of everyone again. I don't want to think about that right now. But maybe this year...
Hey Yuri, what are you thinking about?
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
You've been awfully quiet ever since I mentioned the festival.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about. I guess I'm not as excited about it as you are.
I wonder why. If I may ask, how did the festival turn out last year?
Why did you have to bring that up? Maybe I should be vague about this, but also honest to him. Well, it was alright, I guess. I just don't do well in front of people, that's all.
Hey, no worries there. I can understand that. People can be really weird sometimes. When dealing with them, either you know exactly what to do, or you have absolutely no idea how to go about things, and your train of thought derails.
I chuckle a little bit at his wordplay, but he does have a point.
I'm certain we'll all do well this year, especially since you guys have experience with this thanks to last year. If anything, I'm the one who won't do as good of a job as you guys. I have this weird feeling that I'll make the club look bad.
I don't really like it when he speaks down about himself. First at lunch today and now here. I feel like I shouldn't let this go on. Hallie, the only way you won't perform well at the festival is if you think you won't. Please don't be so hard on yourself. He doesn't respond to what I just said. Instead, he blankly stares at the ground as we're still walking. Oh, I was too forward again. It's not like me to...
You're right, Yuri.
Eh?
I really shouldn't be. It's just every time I've tried reading out loud, whether it be for group reading or for a presentation, things just seem to go downhill for me. I just don't want that to happen at the festival and embarrass myself in front of everyone.
I also have difficulty when it comes to talking in front of people, as I may have previously mentioned, but you're also right, Hallie. All of us will do an excellent job if we put our minds to it. I really hope what I'm saying will be true. His whole expression seems to change after what I just said.
That's right. Let's make this year the best festival ever!
I can't help but smile at his optimism. It's rather endearing. I find it a little bit hard to believe that he wasn't friends with Yuri at all before joining the club. The rest of the walk to my house is relatively quiet. Looking over at Hallie every now and then shows him with a very content look, and he's fidgeting with his hands quite often. Maybe that's just something he does, but at the same time I don't know of anyone else who does that.
It's called stimming.
Thoughts from earlier make their way back to me, as well as what happened post-lunchtime. Oh, why do these thoughts keep bugging me? Maybe I should repay the favor today, but at the same time I'm not sure. Why can't I stop feeling this way? A squirrel running across the sidewalk breaks me from my trance, and I realize exactly where we are.
You could probably have left "we're on" out of this. It kind of disrupts the flow of the sentence. It stands to reason that we would understand we're on the sidewalk she's talking about.
Ollie, we're almost there. Just a few more houses to go.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I was able to walk you to your place.
Yes, thank you again.
Not a problem.
His smile never leaves his face. Where does he get that much positive energy from? After another moment of walking, we arrive at my house. I reach into my bag to pull out my keys and unlock my front door. Before I step in my house, I turn around to face Hallie for what might be the last time today. Okay, do I hug him back now because of how today turned out or not? I'm still not sure. Let's see what happens. Thanks again for walking me home. It was a pleasure. There's a battle of wills going on inside me now. A part of me really wants to return the favor, while another part of me is desperately restricting all my movements.
It was fun. I'd love to do this again sometime, but I gotta get going for now. I'll see you tomorrow.
After waving goodbye to me, he slowly turns around and proceeds to walk away from my house to wherever he said he needed to be today. I can't help but watch as he walks away, while a creeping feeling of regret makes its way into my emotions. I missed my chance. I had the opportunity, but I didn't take it. Hopefully tomorrow will be different.
4:30 p.m. Leaving Yuri's house and telling her I'll see her later, I can't help but feel happiness afterwards. This is the first time I've ever walked home with someone, albeit not to my house, and it felt great. I decided not to try hugging her again, after seeing what happened right after lunchtime, so I thought it would be best to respect her personal space. I'm glad that's one thing my mom taught me when I was younger. Besides, the girl deserves it. I wouldn't want to ruin things between me and her. It's starting to get darker and darker outside, as it should. I feel like I should hurry up and get this little side job done before it gets completely dark outside. I still have quite a bit of stuff to do for tomorrow when I get home. Yuri was right. After about a minute or so of walking, I'm at the 24-hour store I was supposed to go to last night. Alright, let's hope nobody I know is here. Taking a deep breath, I step in the store. Taking a look around, thankfully nobody that I know is here. Good. Less people to interact with. As I'm walking up to the front counter to request 2 money orders and some stamps, something in one of the coolers catches my eye. Looking inside the cooler shows, Itoen brand bottles of golden oolong tea? I have no idea what that brand is. Huh, I don't think I've ever seen those before. I wonder if those taste anything like the tea that Yuri made today. You know what? I'm sure Yuri would appreciate me bringing in something for lunchtime tomorrow, so why not? Grabbing 2 bottles and checking the price, $2.50 each, I can't help but remember that the credit card I have is strictly for bills and groceries. Those are technically groceries? I could pay for them with my debit card, but that would mean more social interaction with Mr. Cashier Man. No thanks. This is technically groceries, right? Yes. You know what? I don't care. Once I'm up to the front counter, I make my request for 2 money orders, some stamps, pay for everything, take the time to shove everything in my backpack so I don't lose anything, and leave the store. After a few minutes of walking, trying to make my way home, I make my way to the park from yesterday. You don't need this calm moment, dude. My mind has been focused on how I'm going to go about getting stuff mailed out tomorrow. My plan of action is probably going to be to take care of this tomorrow, as I've got stuff that needs to get done when I get home tonight. I take a moment to enter the park and sit down at one of the benches while the sky becomes darker and darker to take it easy for a bit. Bit awkward sentence structure. I take a moment to enter the park to take it easy for a bit and sit down at one of the benches while the sky becomes darker. This part should probably be a little earlier in the sentence. It's just kind of awkward tacked onto the end there. Yeah, I'll probably end up stopping by the blue mailbox that's really close to here on my way home from school tomorrow. Sitting down and staring at nothing in particular helps me feel more at ease. Now that I think about it, I'm not in a real big hurry to get home right now, so I have some time to hang out. After about a minute of lazily relaxing and letting my mind wander, an idea comes to mind that hits me like a bus. I'm at the park. The lake that me and Yuri were at yesterday is just over there. I think I'm gonna go hang out there instead. A sense of excitement fills me as I make my way towards the path in the forest. Walking down this path brings about more excitement within me. It's almost too much to handle. The cool breeze, the sounds of leaves crunching under my feet, and insects flying around help memories of yesterday make their way into my mind, which makes me appreciate this place that much more. I understand that Yuri won't be here with me, but that's fine. Nobody says that I can't go here by myself, and my parents sure aren't stopping me right now. The scene in front of me is nearly as beautiful as yesterday, this time with the moon rising instead of playing around in the night sky with its friendly stars. The same fallen tree is still there, untouched. Both the water and the breeze is as calm as it could be. It would be very odd if the log had moved. Taking a seat at the tree and staring out into the water brings me a sense of familiarity and safety, of comfortableness and serenity. As I stare into the seemingly endless landscape of water in front of me, events from today begin to play out in my mind. There was lunchtime when Yuri saved not only myself, but the whole situation. Making tea with her, having an impromptu date in the clubroom, reading together, sharing poems with her opening up to me about her problems. Some weird feeling that's stronger than a warm, tingly feeling makes itself known as I picture her warm, lovable smile. She's one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. I know we met for the first time 3 days ago, but is it wrong for me to think so highly of her? She's fun to be around, even if she does ramble on about the little things. She's so, dare I say, beautiful, both in her heart and how she looks. It feels like an honor just to look into her eyes. I know it's not nice to stare, but I can't help it if everything about her just feels so admirable. She's nice, caring, really smart, and doesn't mind putting up with my baloney, despite how difficult and different I may be. She gave my book a chance when she wouldn't even give Natsuki's manga any consideration. The feeling of appreciation for her that I felt back when we were making tea has made its return, this time more intense. I can't stop myself from feeling this way. I wonder what she feels about everything. What is this emotion that has such a sway over me? Could this possibly be love? Possibly. I don't know. Isn't it a bit early to be thinking about that? I don't know. Besides, I can't force her to feel this any certain way. All I can do is be myself towards her. I have to be genuine to her. At least she deserves it. I don't want her to feel lonely. Nobody deserves that. I then stand up from the tree and look directly at the moon, which is still rising, ever so slowly becoming enveloped by clouds. Let's just see how things turn out from here on. Maybe someday, maybe I'll be able to express my feelings. Man, that'll be the day, won't it? Taking one last glance at the lake and taking this moment to breathe, I turn around and make my way to the path to begin my travels back home. As much as I wish I could stay at this spot for longer, there are important things that must be done before bedtime, like writing a poem for tomorrow. Speaking of which, didn't Sayori write about feelings today? Maybe I should try doing just that. Stopping in my tracks as soon as I reach the path, I turn around to view the scene in front of me one last time today. I will return here soon, I promise. I was half expecting Yuri to walk in on him there. Like a little reversal of what happened last time. Chapter 4, Our Solemn Promise. Friday, October 8th, 6:02 a.m., Holly's house. Details I promise I will forget. Do a barrel roll. Insert spaceship sounds. Pew 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 pew. Incoming enemy from the rear. Drop altitude. What the heck? Fox, look behind you. More spaceship sounds. Quit dinking around, slip. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa! Ow. Oopsies. I wasn't looking where I was going when running around the house. My mom's favorite vase with yellow lilies in it fell to the ground, broken shards and dirt all over the floor. I can feel tears making their way to my eyes at the sight in front of me, and the seemingly endless number of reactions that will come out of my mom when she finds out about this. It was her favorite one, too. She's going to be really upset. I already said it was her favorite, but I had to say it again for emphasis. Tears flowing down my face, I'm stuck at a stalemate on what I could possibly do to avoid any possible retribution. Possibly possible. I have slumped down onto the floor, head buried in both my arms, basically motionless. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't...
Hallie? Hallie, what's the matter?
Every amount of fear in me has grown exponentially, and then spikes as soon as I feel something touch my shoulder, causing me to twitch a little bit.
Hallie, you're not hurt at all, are you?
I can't muster a word, let alone look back at her, but I have enough energy to shake my head at her.
Look at me.
No. No, I don't want to. I can't bear to see what kind of face she has on. I don't want this to last any longer. Instead of doing what she says, I instead bring my head up, crawl up to her and hug her, placing my head on her shoulder and letting it all out. That's when I feel her fingers run through my hair. After a good number of seconds, I finally have the courage to speak up to her. Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break it. My face immediately retreats back into her shoulder. After a few seconds of pondering, my mom whispers into my ear.
You know, Hallie, I'm a little upset over this, but I'm happy that you told me instead of hiding this from me.
That's when she backs away for a little bit to kiss my forehead.
How about we get this mess cleaned up together, you know?
Pleasantly surprised by my mom's words, I'm able to look at her once again. Okay. Breaking away from my mom's embrace, I follow her into the kitchen to grab a broom and dustpan to clean up the mess. Moments later, I'm helping my mom get all the debris removed from the ground.
Since this all happened by accident, you and I are going to go half on buying a brand new one. Flowers as well, you know?
That's a huge chunk of my allowance, but this isn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. I can live with... Morning. Wah! Shooting upwards in my bed after such a dream, I can do nothing other than stare at the wall in front of me. My mind races as fast as it possibly can, mainly about the dream I just had. 2 dreams in a row about my mom, but that was so long ago. Why did that show up off all of the dreams I could have had? It's no use. Dream logic is weird. Looking over to the clock shows that it's 6:47 a.m. Right on time. Let's get today started with. That's when I slowly make my way out of bed and begin the usual routine.